Good evening. Manchester City have just beat Chelsea 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. The Premier League is back, and this is the first Fanview Live of the season. If you don't know what the Fanview Live is, this is your chance to come and join me and have a chat. I do usually keep it just for members and just for Patreons. It's my way of saying thank you, but today it's open to anyone who wants to come and have a chat with me. The link is in the description below. If you want to click in and have a little chat with me about that game today, please do let me know. Of course, it'd be massively appreciated. Give the video a like and subscribe while you're here as well. But 2-0 away at Chelsea. Look, what more can you possibly ask for from that? A ridiculously useful performance. Not perfect. No. I'm not going to tell you it was. But what I'm going to tell you is that away at Chelsea at this stage of the season, oh, man, I am more than happy with that. Absolutely more than happy with it. It's absurd. It's absurd to be watching City go for 5 in a row. It's absurd to watch Rico Lewis be that good at 19. It's watching a superstar again like Sevilla potentially emerge. And as Guardiola said, the numbers were Haaland, 91 goals in 100. As he said, the Messi and Ronaldo numbers. It's absurd in this country. Overall, I'm so happy. That could have been a banana skin. It really could. It could have been difficult. It could have been tricky. But where we're at right now, look, this side, they know how to do special things. They do. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it's going to be interesting to watch City develop this season. I really saw a great quote from Guardiola about Kovacic. He said, this is my advice. When people doubt about something in this club, we are going to break it. So be careful. Listen, Rodri's massive importance, but Kovacic's an experienced player playing in the biggest stages. I like that from Guardiola. Said, don't doubt us, because if you do doubt us, we will break it. Absolutely. Guardiola talking a lot about Savino says it's not bad, coming to England, playing in that way with his courage and personality, his commitment. Apparently, it's not a big injury as well, which is great stuff. It's great news. Absolutely huge news, because I thought he had such a wonderful start. Genuinely wonderful start to the game, and he was very positive. Like, genuinely, to have that much personality, Stamford Bridge, yeah, it's really impressive. And he's a quality footballer. Once again, this is the Fanview Live. If you are joining, get your headphones out, man. Come and have a chat with me. There's a link in the description below where you can join and have a chat about the game. I do want to hear from you guys. So that is the point of this. It isn't just me talking. You've got enough of that in the reaction, and I've bravely kept it open for anyone to have a chat. It would be appreciated if you jump on and have a chat. I do think we need signings, Frederick. Not two attacks. I don't think we need two attack-minded signings. Just one, just a backup striker. I think we've got more than enough. And I don't think we should sign a player because Bob's injured. I think that's baby out with the bathwater stuff. Bob will be out before we know it. There's 2 international breaks. Christmas will come round so quickly, so I'm not worried about that at all. Savino shows that he's more than capable. We've got Foden come back to fitness. We've got Jack Grealish as well. I'm not worried about that. McAtee, so that's fine. But Guardiola was effusive as well. He said about Savino, but then he said, but all of them. I can name Jeremy, I can name Erling, I can name Rico. My God, I can name De Bruyne and Bernardo, but looks like they're 22 years old. Unfortunately, they are not. But yeah, I'm absolutely with him on that. I thought the performance today was impressive, given everything. It really is all about context, isn't it, with Manchester City right now? I don't feel we're anywhere close to our full fitness. We're not, obviously. But if you can be this good and get the victories away at Stamford Bridge, you're going to put yourself in a really good position for the rest of the season. It's always about being there. Guardiola says it a billion times. Great quote from Erling Haaland, by the way. He said, last season he asked for my shirt, and this summer he sings a song about me. Oh, brilliant. I want to bring to attention some quotes from Guardiola. These quotes from Guardiola are like, I don't know if we can do a screen share right now. Let me just bring it on screen anyway. It'll probably look a bit crap. Let me just see if I can find a way to bring. Now, a little bit naff, but these quotes from Guardiola. So last season when Rico did not play a lot of games, I said to myself, why didn't I make him play? These quotes are great. Then he went on to say, we judge Rico because he's small, but he saved a goal because he's always in position. 1-against-1 defensively, he's unbelievable. In the pockets, he moves like few players I've ever seen in my life. He does everything good. Honestly, Rico is a top player. These quotes from Guardiola and Rico Lewis are absurdly good. They are so encouraging. So encouraging. Like, I'm gonna have to share them on Twitter right now. You love to see it. You love to see it. You really do. I'm buzzing for him. I feel like he's going to break into this team. Absolutely. I think he's the Kyle Walker replacement. I really think he is. Yeah, he absolutely is, man. Like he absolutely is. Like another academy lad, a City fan, breaking into this team from Radcliffe, from Bury, basically. It's just it's the dream, innit? It's the dream. And he's going to get better as well. He's going to get better. He's going to learn more. He's already knows this much about football already. His football IQ is off the charts. It really is. And Guardiola's right. You know, everyone talks about his height. Guardiola's brought it up, to be fair to him. So it's one of those things where Guardiola has brought that out. He said he was 5'8", 9", to be one of the best midfielders in this country already, and it's true. But you have to give him the credit. Like he's been waiting patiently. He's got this tenacity to his game that sort of belies his lack of physical traits. He's tenacious. He's intelligent. You can pop on the show, by the way. Anyone can pop on the show. All you've got to do is click the link in the description. It's in the description, the Fanview live link. So if you want to pop on, feel free to. I don't want this to be a dead long one tonight, but I want to chat to some of you guys. Sam's joined. It'll only be people with a camera, by the way, I think, for now. Sam, I'll bring you on stage, mate. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up, pal. If you are, if you can hear me. I can see you back there, mate. Sam, are you there? Oh, one sec. Oh.
Hi.
You're muted, mate. I hear you.
Yeah, hi. I think so. It's good evening for you.
I can't hear Sam. Can anyone else hear Sam? Or is it just me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
Can't hear you, mate. I'm not sure if anyone else can. But I definitely can't.
Oh, okay. Wait a second.
Is this just me, guys, or can anyone else? Hear Sam or not?
Can I come back
Okay.
in a minute? Can I come?
Why am I not getting sound? Just 1 second, Sam. Let me just sort. It'll be my audio. You can hear me, but can you hear Sam? Yeah, interesting. Okay,
I can hear you.
Sam, mate, 1 second, pal. I can't hear you.
Yeah, sure.
I wonder if this is anything to do with my setup on my headphones. Sorry, mate. I want to be able to hear Sam because I do. Try now, Sam. Okay.
Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible?
Why is it not letting me hear Sam? It's very annoying. Sorry, guys. If I can't hear anyone here, I might have an issue. I want to obviously hear people, but if I can't hear people, why is it being silly? Sam, I can hear you now, I think.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can. There we go. That was my problem. I had the wrong input selected. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I've just, I just end up watching the game and I was talking to my friends over here about and gloating about, Chelsea's downfall and predicting kind of saying all sorts of things that I should not say. But yeah, that's
of course you are, mate. Of course you are. It's classic you. Did you enjoy that in the end? Yeah. Was it Cucurella obviously getting, not the best day for him, getting absolutely rinsed. We got a huge victory in the end as well.
Okay, first of all, Bernardo Silva, man of the match. I disagree with that, but then hey, it's just me probably. I think so. Rico Lewis, Josko Guardiola, Mateo Kovacic, hands and shoulders above, better than them in terms of and for me they are the top three contenders for that man of the match. But I mean, 3 points is 3 points, so I cannot commit much on that. But I think so. The signs are there. Although, yeah, I mean, like it's match week 1. I know you cannot take much conclusions from that. You're just there to kind of just relax a bit and see, where we stand. And and apparently Khaldun and Soriano were there in the stadium. So I think so. They like it's right in front of them to literally go to the market and shop a midfielder and kind of spare Rodri the horror of playing 70 games or 60 games.
I've just seen a quote from Guardiola as well, by the way. Guardiola said Oscar Bob will probably be out until January. So
there we go.
Bob's out for a long time there. So I mean that could be fitness, but that either way, that's a big blow. So that's one squad player down there already. So
Yeah.
if they're watching and they're hearing this, they've got a lot to do, haven't they? They're not hearing this, Ariano, but they're definitely watching. They're watching City generally. We have to bring someone in, don't we?
We have to. I mean, see, when I read that whole piece about Jack Gogan, I was like, first of all, why are you targeting number six? I mean, it's better to go for a hybrid midfielder through and throughout. You cannot have a number six who is as good as Rodri. There is nobody in this world football who could come closer to him in a conversation at this point. So anyway, like you cannot even go for that. So either probably having a hybrid player to give him some time to take off and rotate and keep the levels as it is. That
Yeah,
that would make sense. That would make sense because even for example, as you said, Oscar Bob is out till January, and probably if you have Bernardo Silva has to deputize for Savio, or maybe
yeah,
Foden has deputized for Savio, then that's midfield. An option in midfield is probably chucked out, and Nico O'Reilly is not the player at this point who could kind of be the answer to that question that
yeah, yeah,
who will be there to rotate with Rodri. So see the issues are there, but then at least it's not as bad as we have thought because we are used to have a slow start. I mean, we do know about that, but at least getting a big six fixture out of our sight with a 2-0 victory, that's a big plus point at this end because I it within like I was ready with the mindset that probably could be a draw.
yeah,
I was at the bare minimum, and then we could kind of build up from there. And but then it the signs were there, even though like apart from like Doku being rusty, apart from Bernardo not being with Kovacic, and if you have noticed, Kovacic was kind of shouting at Bernardo as well at one point. At least be here. You could see there was a point where Kovacic was kind of literally being pissed with Bernardo because Bernardo was not being able to kind of give him that support in
yeah,
the
yeah.
middle, and he was all alone and he was kind of isolated. So you could see that they were kind of, and plus we were not being good on the ball. At least we were good off the ball, but on the ball we were a bit kind of, we could see, we were a bit shaky. We were a bit not the city level that we were known for. So I mean, I see that at least the signs are there that we can build up on something, but there's a lot of work to do.
There
Whatever it is,
is,
there's a lot of
there
work
is.
to do.
I think it's the start of where we are at the start of the season. Sammy, mate, there's literally so many people waiting. I'm going to have to
Yeah,
move on if that's all right. But as always, it's a pleasure to chat to you, my
of
friend.
course,
I'll catch you in a bit.
of
Thank
course.
you so much. I'm going to go to Kevil straight after this. I was expecting a Fanview live tonight, so it's not going to be the longest one. But I still want to chat to some of you guys anyway. Kevil, welcome back to
Hey,
24,
how's it?
25. How are you doing, mate? Are you good?
Good. Yeah, good. How can you hear me?
Yeah, it's been a while, mate. It's good to see you.
Yeah,
Where are you at with the new season? What did you make
yeah.
this
I
game so far?
moved. I moved to California. That's why I've been busy. But the
Oh,
season
where were
is.
you before? I can't remember.
I was in North Carolina, Charlotte,
Oh, I mean, to
so
me,
East Coast.
I wouldn't even, yeah. You have Carolina to California, I wouldn't even noticed.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I say, yeah.
It's from the
Well,
one side to the other. But
oh, okay, that's a big move then. Even I know
yeah,
that's a big
yeah.
move. So, how are you finding
But
it? You good?
yeah, it's nice. The games are earlier. We are 3 hours behind, so the game's at 8:30 a.m. instead of 11:30 a.m. in Eastern time zone. So. But yeah, just been keeping up with the preseason.
Yeah,
Missed Oscar Bob. Such a loss for the season. He was so good at the start.
yeah. January now,
But
apparently. Oh,
I
God,
know. Same
devastating.
as Kevin last year. When the first game he got injured, and then Kevin was out until January. So same this year. But Savio is looking good. Hopefully it is just a minor injury. So uh, if we can start playing our regular wingers, Grealish, Doku on the
Yeah, yeah,
left, Savio on the right, Bernardo maybe cover during important games, and then have Kevin and Foden in the middle, something like that.
yeah, yeah,
With Rodri, and even rotate with Kovacic when Kevin gets tired. He's getting 33, 34. So
yeah.
I was
Okay.
surprised if Pep let him play all 98 minutes today and not bring him Nunes or someone like that just for the energy. But I guess they're trying to get him back to fitness.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have to do it. We have to get people back to fitness, don't we? Right now, there's no two
Right.
ways. Yeah. What did you make of the new guy, Savinho?
Oh, obviously, yeah.
The context,
I've
by the
been a
way, is
fan
like,
of him.
it's not a big deal, apparently. I was reading some quotes. Guardiola said Savinho told him it's a sort of small, something he felt in his knee, but he knows what it is and it's not serious. So he's had it before, apparently. So he's hoping he'll be available for Ipswich. That's good news on that front.
Yeah, even Ipswich, we may not need him. Maybe give him an extra week of rest, just to make sure that nothing, we don't get a big serious injury after rushing him. But yeah, he's lively. He can dribble past people. He can create chances. He can play left or right. I was surprised. I thought it would be more like Sane and Sterling, because Doku has similar style to Sterling with really, really good in the short 5 to 10 yards, like quicker than everyone else. But long distance, Sane was much better, kind of like Savinho. So I thought we could see that old style of wide wingers cutting back. But it will come with time. It was just the first
he's
game.
more Mares, if it looks a bit like the way he just on the right, he just wants to beat people. It's different to Mares, obviously, but there's a lot of the similarities in terms of the intensely technical dancing feet. Mares had a decent turn of pace when he was younger as well, didn't he, Mares? So
yeah, body style, they're both like really pale looking, not to say like they're kind of like the stick players, like
they're quite slight, aren't they? Same number. There's parallels are there. It's hard not to notice it, but with a Brazilian twist,
exactly.
Maybe not quite as technical as Mares, because Mares is absurdly technical, but probably more, I don't know, a little bit faster,
direct,
a little bit more direct.
Maybe direct, but yeah,
definitely
excited for him. I was surprised with just the performance from Diaz today. I didn't think he was this ready, but today all of his blocks, Akanji solid, Josko solid, and then Rico, what an amazing performance from him, like in the middle, just everywhere, like going forward. He would like run, come back, cover defensively, like knowing where the people are around him, just making tackles is amazing. The only thing that sucks about him is like he can't win headers. That's about it. But what can he do at that point? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, then you look at some of the greatest fullbacks of all time, and they were tiny as well and couldn't win headers. Look at what Guardiola's had. He had Lam, he had Dani Alves, he had Alba. None of these were big guys. None of them were particularly physical or anything like that. So it's one of those things where if you can lose some headers at the back post, but do everything else perfectly, you sort of let it.
But like the blocks, the interception, he's making the tackles, stopping people from cutting in left or right. Nkunku as well. Like, it's just amazing performance.
It was wonderful. Guardiola's so positive as well.
Yeah, Haaland goal, obviously. We needed that. Everyone needs him to have a big season again, especially with Alvarez gone. We're gonna need Haaland to score more goals than he did last season, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's gonna have I think he's gonna play with no pressure this season, Haaland. I think he felt it a little bit after the first year. I think sometimes there's a bit of dip in the second season because the energy dips and you've got to go again, and everyone knows who you are. And
injury as well. Too much. Yeah,
in his head a little bit.
He got a big rest. I'm excited to see if we get another player in or not. Before the end of the season, maybe Eze or someone that isn't world class but isn't bad either. Like someone that can do everything. So.
Well, on that note, Kev, pleasure chatting to you, mate. I'm going to get on to Jason, who's waiting patiently, but fingers crossed you're right and bring someone in. Good speaking to you, man.
Yeah.
In a bit. See you later. Thank you so much, by the way, to you, Dubs, for 2 months until 4 years. Big love, big blue love stay. Thank you so much, man. Like, as a member for that long, it's absurd, mate. Thank you so much. You're giving me my dream here doing this, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'll bring on Jason if you're available. Jason Lynn, how you doing, man? You right?
Hey, Stephen. Hey, how are you?
Not bad, mate. Whereabouts are you calling from?
I'm calling from Canada, but I'm sorry I can't put my camera on because I got a Mac Mini, so it doesn't got a built-in camera.
No, sorry, I've got a Mac Mini as well, so I know you're paying there. Obviously, I've got all the cameras as well, but beautiful profile picture. Whereabouts are you in Canada there?
That's Banff. I don't know if you ever heard.
I've been to Banff. I've been to BC, so
BC. It's above. It's north of BC. So
is it Lake Joffrey by any chance? Because I've been to Lake Joffrey, so.
I've never heard of that lake. There are a lot of lakes.
It looks like that, where the water's that beautiful greeny blue, and it's just so vibrant. But anyway, we're big fans of Canada in my household. We're big BC fans. We've been to Vancouver.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
went up,
The,
we went
the,
up to
the
Swarm.
weather. You love the weather.
Oh, well, of course I do. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Manchester, so we like extreme weather anyway. We're used to it. Anyway, Jason, good to chat to you, mate. How did you find today? Where you at with the season so far? You know, the excitement for the season.
No, I agree with a lot of stuff that you said in the other the previous post game post mortem. So that so Kovacic is the one that really shown today because of the growth he's shown. Like you
Yeah,
said, that Pep just improves players, and especially what I really love, what I took away was that he intentionally improved his long range shooting ability, and that is a must in a Pep midfielder
yeah,
nowadays. Even in eight, even in Rodriguez, they have to practice that, and you notice Foden's improved on that.
yeah.
So going forward, Rico, if he ever wants to play in the midfield, he has to improve that long shot
A
threat.
goal threat, basically. You have to have it, don't you, for a
Yeah,
team of Man City's quality? Because there's going to be loads of great footballers with technical ability that can also bring goals. So he's got to bring some form of goal threat.
yeah, exactly. That's because we got Haaland in the middle of the box and creating that space. So there has to be a long shot threat from outside. But at the end of the day, today is just a good result to me. I feel like Chelsea made it easier for us. The pressing was so passive from them, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
when you don't have Rodri and you don't press hard, Kovacic just doesn't have to. He was never under pressure, basically.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I'm a big fan of Kovacic, and obviously Rodri's brilliant and all that kind of stuff. But I do feel like the midfield should be able to work functionally without Rodri, and I think we saw signs of that today. I think Kovacic is going to get better. I think he is. I think he's such a quality player. Um,
Okay.
I don't know how the balance is going to work when everyone's back. By the way, like when everyone's available. Have you thought about that? How
With
do you fit?
Rodri?
Yeah, well, when Rodri comes back into the team,
Hmm.
how do you fit Kovacic, Silva, Foden, De Bruyne into two of those slots? Like, I don't know how he's going to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Someone's got to sit out, haven't they? So what would you do personally?
Um. So Rodri's a must,
Yeah,
and KDB and Foden normally should be the ones starting, right? So the question lies is where do you put Bernardo?
that's the thing.
So I
Defensively,
think I
it's a
think
lot more open, isn't it?
exactly. So I think if Stones is back, we don't need Bernardo starting. Because he's going to be able to go into the midfield and be able to protect the midfield when Roger pushes up.
Do you think he'll do that
And
again? He didn't do much last season, Stones. He didn't like if he didn't. Yeah, Pep didn't do it as much last year, did he? As he did the season before.
yeah, I hope he will do it again because that Real Madrid 4-1 the first half when Stones played that role was the best first half
Yeah.
um, of the decade, I would say.
No, I mean it was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah,
Jason,
yeah,
pleasure chatting to you, man. Thank you so much
yeah.
for coming on.
Pleasure. Appreciate
And
you.
yeah, appreciate all the support as always, pal.
Speak to you next time.
Yeah, next time. I'm gonna go to Honour Me. How you doing, my friend? Are you good?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. It's good to have the Premier League back. It feels nice to watch Man
Uh,
City put the ball in the back
it's
of the net and
amazing.
get 3 points.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
3 points as
definitely,
well, by the
definitely.
way. Away at Chelsea, we've got one of the big games, and it is a big game. It is. It's a game. As Guardiola's right, it's Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. It's never a guarantee, regardless of the state they're in. So it's nice to tick one off, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It wasn't these games. People will look at Chelsea and just go, "Oh yeah, we should beat them. We should beat them." You're going to Stamford Bridge. They're gonna be up for it. If they click, if they click at any point, then
Yeah.
they're dangerous. And early season as well, players not back fit, players not fully fit yet, and stuff. Anything could happen. So, but it was a good performance today. I just feel like I think I noticed this about two pre-seasons ago when we arrived in. I think was it Japan or somewhere we went to. And we
Yep.
arrived 4 days, like 4 days before, and we played against the champions who are in season, and it was our first preseason game, and it was just autopilot from the team,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, oh, we've reached a different level here, where everybody just knows, even when we're not fit, we're able to just know what to do and how to play.
Yeah.
And that's what happened today. Do you know what I mean? Even though the players are not fit. Like Phil Foden came on, you could tell he didn't want to sprint. You could tell he just had to just take it easy because he was he's not fit. He came back 3-4 days
He was on
ago.
the pitch so many times, man. Like, he was quite natural.
That's what I'm saying.
He was just doing his job, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was just you could tell he's not full throttle yet. He's like, oh, I don't want to burn myself out. He just came back last week. So the team is just in that place where everybody just knows what to do, how to play. I thought Doku was fantastic. Look, the thing with Doku is you're not gonna get 100% of everything, right? You're gonna get those flashes and stuff. He's a bit rash and stuff, but he's dangerous. I think Savio on the other side is a bit more controlled in terms of when he goes past play, his end product will be better than Doku's, but Doku is a bit more flashy. You're not gonna get the great stuff, but he's dangerous. I think for me, what I wanted to see from Doku this season, which I saw today, and I was like, okay, cool. He needs to get fitter, and he was doing that today. He was tracking back a lot. It was working. It was working hard a lot today, and I really like that today because when he adds that to his game, when he adds the hard work to his game, then you can kind of appreciate. Even when he loses the ball sometimes, it's because he's got a hard work with it, And
I don't think for him to defend him, I don't think it's like it's ever been a lack of effort or one. I think it's just lack of expectation, because he's never been at a place that demands this much from you. And I think that's it. Yeah. And I think Doku, last season, you could tell he was so used to it. He got on the ball just dribbling people, and that was it. Where at City, like, you got to run, mate. Yeah, you got to have
got to work hard.
And I don't think he seems very professional, Doku. You can tell he's a very professional player, but you can tell he just wasn't used to the demands. And it was a couple of times last year when he off, and it wasn't laziness. It was just I just don't know how to be this yet. That's all it is. And like the standards are drummed into you. He's a young lad, isn't he? So I think there are signs that he worked hard today. Pep actually
I put it down to fitness. I put it down to fitness last season to say, okay, he's not as fit as the rest of the boys. He needs to get fitter and stuff. And obviously he's getting used to the City way as well, So, but today for me, I just thought my respect levels for Rico Lewis just went sky.
Yeah, talk to you about Rico.
The little nutmeg he did on Dewsbury, I said, stop it, Rico. Stop it, lad. Little nutmeg, I'm thinking, oh my God, like this kid he's amazing. Like and I think what it is for footballers, right? When you have a manager that believes in you, right? You are 10 foot tall. Rico Lewis does not feel 5'8". He is 10 foot tall as far as he knows because he's got a manager that believes in him.
5'8", mate. He's 5'5". I've stood next to him, like. I know people talk about his fitness height a lot. People, I need to sort of clear some more. People talk about Google and Google. It says 5'7". He's not 5'7". I've stood next to Phil Foden, Aguero, and all these people. They're 5'7". He's like that much smaller than him. He's a good couple of inches. So people don't realize he is actually smaller than average, even for a footballer. But as you're rightfully saying, he plays bigger than that, doesn't he?
You know what it is for Rico, right? I would always say talent beats hard work if hard work doesn't work. If hard work doesn't work hard, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah.
Rico Lewis is one of them players that is already sweating before he gets on the pitch. So you're gonna get hard work from him. You're gonna get 100% from him the whole time. And for that honesty, for that hard work and that 100% that he gives, his talent will start to shine and will start to show. And you start to see a little nutmeg on Dewsbury Hall. And you start to go, oh, I didn't know you had that. Do you know what I mean? And even the one-on-one, I wasn't even worried. Like last season or the season before, one-on-one with Cook, I'm like, oh, dangerous here. I wasn't worried. I'm like, he's going to stop that. I've seen him in pre-season.
When he got in on Cuckoo and he was
when Cuckoo got in.
How many times I was like, I'm a Walker fan for what it's worth. I understand what he's done for the club, but there's so many times last season where he let people shoot when they cut in. It was too easy. But Rico stopped it. I was so impressed. I was so impressed with that. But the thing is, it wasn't just it wasn't just me being impressed. It was I wasn't even worried when Cuckoo faced him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I wasn't worried because I'm like, I've got confidence. I've got full confidence in him now. In his first season, I'm like, okay, young lad, oh, right back, oh, this. But what it is as well, the senior players are looking after him so well. They're always around him. They're next to him. So if there's any mishaps or whatever, someone's there with him. Someone's covering him, and he knows that. He knows that people are behind him and people are with him. Kanji is next to him. Diaz is next to him. There's a midfielder always coming. So he's got that trust and that confidence from the players as well. So I thought he was absolutely fantastic today, and Haaland just does what Haaland does. It's just, he just little cheeky dink and it's a goal.
Did you hear the quote of that, by the way? So apparently he said last season Robert Sanchez irritated him because he went through on goal and Sanchez just stayed on his line, and he said he shot early because he sort of instinctively did, and because he stayed on his line, he said it was an easy save for Sanchez. But he said it irritated him, so he had it in mind. So when he got the ball, he took a lot of touches intentionally because Sanchez, he knew would stay on his line. So that's Haaland. We forget that this guy is as good as he is simply because he's intensely focused, and so he learned from last season and scored because of it.
You know me when I'm on your chat and people try to talk about Haaland, I'm like, just leave Haaland alone. The guy's competing against himself. Now he's competing against. I didn't score against this guy last season. Irritated me. Like, how the hell you remember that and you remember what to do? Like, the guy's competing against himself. Just leave him alone. Let him do the business for us and let him just score goals. Like when has it been a crime for strikers to score goals? That's what they do. We have a lot of ball players and a lot of passes and stuff.
Absolutely,
we just need somebody to score the goal. It's as simple as that.
You're still right. But essentially, Guardiola's always said as well, don't worry about Haaland. He will score goals. Just do not worry about anyone. You don't need to analyze Haaland. You just need to give him the ball and worry about it. That's it. He will score goals. He will score goals until he's 40. Like, you just leave him on a football pitch and feed him the ball. He will score goals. That is the end of the Haaland.
The smile on his face at the end of the game was priceless as well. I see Sky Sports trying to go, oh, that's his that's his first touch after he scored the goal in 27 minutes. I'm like, does he give a bollocks, mate? He does what he does. He knows he's got to stretch the team. When I watch Haaland live, right, the amount of runs he makes, I'm like, oh my God. Like, he just constantly makes these runs. And he said it today. He said, I make these runs so that I can create space for other people. So he's unselfish in the runs that he makes. He knows he's not going to get the ball all the time, but the defenders are going to come with him. And when the defenders come with him, somebody else has got the space. So he knows what he's doing.
Exactly, mate. It's almost like he's a world-class talent who does world-class things and who's aware of his role and is an instinctively naturally brilliant striker, and that's enough.
That's enough for me.
The only reason it's not enough is because he plays for Man City and everyone wants to find a reason to sort of bring him down. It's literally that. Like, if someone's that good at something, they try and find a reason to bring you down, mate. But either way, Haaland off to a cracking start, scored a good goal, and I wouldn't be surprised if he bags a hat trick against Ipswich next week. And maybe not
exactly. Another golden boot, in the load in the game for him, to be honest.
Yeah, Honor, mate. It's a pleasure chatting to you, mate. I'm gonna go to William's been waiting patiently as well. You're a legend. In a bit. See you later, pal.
All right.
I'm gonna go to William next. Honor, me, top bloke, a former player as well. Actually, true story. This guy knows his football. William, how you doing, my friend? You all right? I can't hear you, William. I don't think that's me for once. I'm pretty certain it isn't me because I've been hearing everyone else. It could be my fault, but let me in the chat even everyone knows if it's my fault or not. Oh, he's not. Well, try speaking anyway, William, so I can make sure.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can indeed, mate. There we go. I can hear you now, mate. Yeah. All good?
Okay, let's see.
All good, mate. All good. You all right, yeah?
No, I can't hear you. Okay.
Oh, great. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear William. I can hear William personally. And I can't, I don't know what's going on there, mate, but I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now too.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yes, I'm good.
Whereabouts are you, pal?
Sorry?
Whereabouts are you in the world?
Denmark.
Oh, Denmark. Nice. Lovely stuff. Whereabouts in Denmark?
Oh, it's a little town in the middle of Denmark called Silkeborg. It's...
Yeah, I know the place well. No, I've never heard of it, mate. I'll be honest. I'm sure it's lovely, though. It's always beautiful. How did you find today, mate?
I find it good because I think that we didn't play that well, but we still got a clean sheet and we won. And the clean sheet for me is very important because I don't feel like last season we would have gotten a clean sheet. I feel like we would have let Chelsea score on some of the chances. So I'm very encouraged by that.
You're right. At this stage of the season, a win is always important, but getting a clean sheet at the same time was great. What did you make? I mean, obviously the back four today was strong. It's like one of the areas where everyone's sort of back. No, obviously Kyle Walker or John Stozarake, but still Rico Lewis, Akanji, Diaz, Vardiel. It felt quite balanced, didn't it? It felt like there's a good chemistry between them. Can you see that carrying on for a while, that back line?
Yeah, I unfortunately think Kyle Walker will come back in. I just have a feeling that he will. But I was very impressed with Diaz. He got a lot of slack last season. People didn't really think he was up to snuff, but I really think he showed why he is our best central defender.
Yeah. I thought he was really good. Like he was so alert today, wasn't he? Because I don't think we were defensively, like shape-wise, brilliant. Because there was definitely space for everyone else for Chelsea to get there. But the reading of the game, at the last minute, the final tackle or the final block was really good, and that was instinctive stuff from Diaz. I guess you were impressed with Rico Lewis, like everyone else, right?
Yeah. I think that he is a future starter for Manchester City. He just plays the game like he is one of the veteran players.
Yeah, he's so smart for a guy of only 19 years old. He plays with such an experienced head. Did anyone else stand out for you today? Because obviously, it was a good team performance today. But who stood out for you other than Rico in the defense?
Well, Haaland, obviously, he showed Cucurella. Cucurella after he chanced it up for Spain.
Yeah, I mean, Cucurella giving it big and then singing about him. Yeah. What about Savinho? Impressed with his performance?
Yeah. He just looks like he is a Pep player. That he just have been here for many more seasons. We always talk about like you need one season to adjust to Pep football, and he just looked like he already have had that season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as Guardiola said, the courage and the confidence to play that at that level in your first game at Stamford Bridge, it's really impressive. I think Savinho's going to be a cracking player. I don't think it's not a serious injury, thankfully, as well, so he'll be available. And we're going to need him with Oscar Bob out for a while. I was really impressed. William, it was a great chat to you, mate. Thank you so much for waiting, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you very much. And last one of the day, I'm going to go to Louis, my good friend. How you doing, Louis? You good?
Pleasure. How are you doing?
It's good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Happy new season. Lovely shirt you've got on there.
Yeah, with the best badge in the world.
Absolutely.
Well, the second best. This is the first.
Absolutely. There we go. Yeah. I would say the Champions League. Then there's so many badges, so many great badges. We've had them all anyway. We've collected them all now.
Exactly.
What did you make of today, mate?
Exceptional. Obviously, first day, like you said, is there's always some quantities, and obviously learning. This is why I thought today was after today. We'll probably get news about what's going to happen with transfers, and I'm hoping it's only one because the midfield today was exceptional, and we got some talents in there, especially one young 19-year-old Rico Lewis.
Go on. Wax lyrical about Rico.
What is there to not say about him that we've not known? He dropped Cancelo out of nowhere, and now he's on a fuss, and he's still wanting to leave now. I can't praise him enough. He's that good.
Only 19 years old as well. Only 19 years old, mate. Like we forget, don't we? Because he's been around forever. It feels like forever.
Oh my god! Like no one. We always think like it's a progression. Like Phil, it's going to be like they're in the team, and it's going to be like they get more games here like constantly. But Rico was just like he's just been in the team. It's like when does he not play? And it's kind of like that's one of the things that I found annoyed last season. But anyway.
He's brilliant, and I think what I always forget, and I was literally just watching a compilation back before, and we forget how sort of fast he is. Actually, he's not lightning quick, but he's nippy, isn't he? He's got a real like hustle to his game, and like he's obviously really smart as well. So he thinks quicker than everyone else, but he is vibrant, like in the way that Bernardo is tenacious. He's got a similar tenacity, hasn't he?
Yeah, I just saw 9320 retweet something, and it's just like he's basically a 19-year-old Bernardo Silva.
I see that. I really do see it.
Oh my god! It's like if he was like half a foot taller, he'd be talked about like one of the best players like of his like in that age group. Basically, he's that good, and he's so underappreciated. And he scored Man United last weekend. He did, and it's I can't believe he's like in the team, and it's just
the quotes from Pep were great, weren't they? Did you read the quotes about how he said, "I can't believe I didn't play him more last season," and I think that's really telling to me. Because if he's saying that out loud, he can't. He doesn't want to look like an idiot and say it and not do it, does he?
I don't. I never like speaking ill of like players in the team. The Nunes signing, I felt, and it probably still does. I think it detriments the players in the academy that's going to be in midfield. So I think Nico Riley can do a job there. Rico Lewis, like if we were to get a replace, like if we were to bring like 2 players in, I'd say bring a defender in so that Akanji and Kyle Walker like play for right back and have Rico Lewis in midfield, because I think he's got that edge to him, and it brings out the best in him, Kovacic and Bernardo, because I think those are the 3, and I'm not even flinching about it. It's like that's how good he is, and Kovacic was insane as well today, and it's Rico Lewis is that good that you can compete with those 2.
I think Kovacic is, by the end of the season, is going to be seen as. I mean, I sort of hope not, because it means we wouldn't have signed anyone. I think we need to sign someone. But if not, I think people are going to accept that Kovacic is just a really good footballer and can probably play that role a bit better. I think Pep's going to teach him that role. I think it's going to be much better.
Imagine if you said that like halfway through last season about if Rodri playing, and you go start of next season, Kovacic is going to play in that position, and he's going to make Rodri be will be fine without Rodri for like 2 games. Everyone would laugh their head off. And he played it so well, and it's just like he had moments where he needed like Rico Lewis, Bernardo, and Kev going like, calm. You don't need to play it so quickly. But Kovacic said it. Like you pointed out with Haaland, Kovacic as well. He said, "I need to look through how to improve my game, like from the number 6 position, because that's what I need to do."
He's got no one better in the world than Guardiola to teach him that. Literally, the perfect coach.
I can't believe it.
No, I think Kovacic is going to go up a level this season. And Guardiola is a quote which I really liked from Guardiola ahead of the Community Shield, or might have been, no, it's ahead of this game actually. And he said his job is to make everyone better. And he said, immediately, if I can make every player who starts in that 11 just a little bit better, and the whole 11 better.
Yeah,
I really like that. I really like that quote, because it's a very simple way of looking at it. If everyone's just a bit better, the whole team's better. And I don't see any reason why that can't be true. I go through that team today. Like Edison, I mean, hopefully he can be better. I mean, I don't know how much better he can get, but you'd hope he could be. Then you think about Rico Lewis will be better. I think Akanji's going to be better again. I think Ruben Diaz will be better than last season. I really believe that. Josko should be better. Kovacic should be better. Bernardo will be better in the middle than he was out wide. I think he will be. Then you think Haaland should be better than last season in theory. De Bruyne should be more available, therefore better. I think Foden could go up another level again. I really believe they can do. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but it's definitely possible, isn't it?
Yeah, with you. It's all like I think the one thing is like Oscar Bob's injury. I hope you're doing okay, Oscar, by the way. And it's that it just reminds us like anything can happen at any moment. And I don't know how it happened. And I hope he's doing okay, and it's not. He's back in like 3 months or so. It's just like that sort of thing can happen to anyone, and it's so unfortunate it's him.
Yeah,
because with Savinho today as well, like I don't know how to describe it, but he was just on either wing today. He just looked comfortable. Like he went past, like he got that ball, and he like that ball for like to Bernardo in behind, who should have passed it to Haaland, and he would have scored.
Yeah,
like he breezed away from Palmer like he was a cone. It's just,
absolutely.
I hope his knee injury is just like it was a precaution, not like something that will come back. And it's like Pep says, "Oh, he comes back on Friday next week and says, oh, it's like he's going to be out for a month." And it's just like, not again.
So for Bob, it's January apparently, which is terrible, and Savinho's all right. So Savinho's just like a small thing, and apparently should be up.
What is it? I thought from what Jack Gorn and Sam and or like the pack said, it's December time.
Oh, well. He's just Guardiola said he's expecting back in January. So that's what the Guardiola said at the press conference. Yeah. So I mean, it could be earlier than that, but I think what he probably means by that is that he'll probably be back, but it's playing regularly.
Like it's just training, and just you don't want to like make anything worse than it needs to be.
Christmas as well, you know, the schedule's mental. He won't be able to take any chances. We'll see. Louis, mate, I'm going to leave it there because we're going to have some tea because I'm starving, mate. But it's a pleasure chatting to you. Thank you so much, my friend. See you later. Top bloke, Louis. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for the Fanview Live, the first of the season. I've had a wonderful time. You're all absolutely brilliant. Watch the match reaction if you want my thoughts on the game as well. There'll be 5 things learned tomorrow, and there'll probably be a Let's Talk video where I just want to talk about one topic in particular. For now, though, up the Blues, 3 points. Rico, you're a legend. In a bit. Bye-bye.